I have to, as they say, send out this link. Bloop, bloop. Okay. Link is sending. Link is sent out. I don't know how to send out the link before I go live. This is something new, so I have to right now wait until I go live to send the link. So that's how it's gonna be while I'm doing it in this format. At least when I do it on StreamYard, I can send the link ahead of time. So I don't know how to do that with this here. But I am going live with Mpressive Collections, waiting for her. Here we go. Let's come on, come on.
I
uh,
feel so old trying to figure this out.
Girl, it's new to me. It's new to me. Like, I don't know if I'm even able to send the link before I go live. All I know is they were like, oh, once you go live, you'll see you click the little button, you send the link, blah, 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 blah. So I have to go live first to send the link. So I
Nice
was,
shirt.
oh yes. Yes, I am wearing my shirt that I got from Impressive Collections, who we are live with, the lovely Miss Impressive Collections. Link to all of her stuff is in the description. So it's her Etsy, her TikTok, and I think what is that, a Popple card?
Yes, who has all my information with everything all together there. So it's like a virtual business card.
And her virtual business card. All links are in the description. So if you want a Have the Day You Voted For t-shirt, that's where you go to get it. And they have other colors. My color is just pink. I love pink. So
ever,
I had to get this in pink.
ever since you were little.
Yes. Yes. Hello. I can't see your name. Bree Bree. Hello, Bree Bree. I love that name. Bree Bree. Hello, Bree Bree. I was on with Ingrid Sunday, and I was telling her about how, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be going on with Impressive Collections, and she's going to have, she has a lot of stuff, like horror related stuff. And I was saying, like, that the time I had to, not had to, that time I did a sleepover at your house, and you had us watching horror movies then. And she is, of course, Ingrid went, oh, you got to do a sleepover?
Look,
We didn't get to sleep over nowhere. Mama was always like, you got a bed at home. What you need to go sleep somewhere else
look.
for? For her down. Oh my goodness. So yes, at 15, I got my very first sleepover.
And and now that I'm a parent, I understand. Even Gia is DJ's godmother. Do you know 2 times?
Gia?
He's only slept over her house 2 times, and she had to fight to get that. 2 times.
Oh my
Oh my god.
goodness.
Yeah.
Wait, wait, wait. I have this. Would you rather drink water or Coca Cola? Hmm. I mean, Coca Cola is my favorite pop, but I mean, it depends on, like, would I rather drink it once or would I rather drink it for the rest of my life?
Right.
If it was for the rest of my life, then I'm gonna go with water because
I
I love
like
I
cherry.
love Coca Cola, but it makes me break out immediately, so I can't do that to my face. Hi, we got Emma Frost and Celestial Girl. All right, we're going live with the girls.
The fantasy
Um,
girl.
huh? What you say?
I said the fantasy girls.
The fantasy girls. Yes, yes. We people here are known as the fantasy nerds.
Fantasy girls. I'll take that one.
Yes, we're fantasy nerds. And we do have a membership. I got to start doing stuff for the membership. I just uploaded my very first emoji last week. I got to figure out how to make them. I think right now they only give me 5. You get more as you get more people.
Mm.
Okay, so I need more people to give me more than 5. But okay, so as you guys can see behind her, she has all of her crafting stuff. She makes her stuff herself. This is not drop ship
Yes.
stuff. This
Yeah.
is not drop ship stuff. This is stuff that she made with her own 2 beautiful hands.
I'm shipping Monica stuff tomorrow because when you reposted my stuff, she made an order.
She told us, she was like, I got us some black, was it Black Girl Magic?
Black Girl Magic. Yep.
Got us some Black Girl Magic tumblers. I was like, oh yes. I still have to get that Say Drake shirt. I want that Say Drake shirt.
Oh, that was
That
fun.
shirt I want because it's perfect. That's gonna be seen in a lot of videos. Say Drake.
Color for it. I even imagine the shirt that I did with Babyface.
I don't
He
remember
did
seeing that.
an interview, and he was rudely interrupting. She was about to go to somebody else, somebody less important. He was like, "Go do that," and I did a shirt that said, "Go do that, Babyface." It's
Oh my gosh. Because I think I heard people talking about that interview, but I never saw it. So I
yeah,
would have been pissed because I don't know if you remember, but Babyface was like my guy when we were kids. I
oh,
loved Babyface.
yeah, that whip appeal.
Yes, whip appeal. Like I didn't know what that was, but I didn't care.
There's a lot of stuff we didn't know about. We were singing back in the day, and oh,
We were singing. Oh my goodness. And remember we used to do, because I know I was all about Boys to Men and you were Jodeci, and we would like
girl, you couldn't tell me Jodeci. My whole wall was Jodeci and TLC.
I was all about Boys to
And I remember I was so mad when T-Boz was dating
Men. Dalvin.
Alvin. Oh my goodness. I said,
It was like your two worlds colliding. Oh,
oh,
wait a minute. Raising Canes or oh, Raising Canes or Wendy's. Raising Canes.
I,
Because I haven't heard problematic stuff about them. Wendy's is, I think, is on the MAGA train. So
I've
it's, huh?
I've never had Raising Cane's.
You've never had it?
Mm-mm.
Well, it's what I do now instead of Chick-fil-A. So it's okay. They even have their own sauce and stuff. But the thing is, if you get, they give you a whole lot of carbs. You get like fries and garlic bread.
Oh,
So you get a lot of carbs. Do 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 do. Kendrick Lamar, SZA. Uh,
I don't know.
uh,
I don't,
huh?
I don't know a lot of SZA music. I like her
I
voice.
don't either.
I
The
don't know.
song I know best by SZA is Kill Bill. Have you heard that?
Uh-uh.
It's a song about wanting to kill her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's crazy. It's crazy. My niece loves her. I think she's been to one of her concerts.
Okay.
I think she went to her concert in LA because homegirl is living her best life. Oh, Wonder Woman or Catwoman. Well, Wonder Woman is my favorite. Catwoman, the best Catwoman was
Eartha
um
Kitt.
Eartha Kitt,
Yep.
yeah. But she was only like Catwoman for like a season. Did you know that?
I didn't know it was that short.
I didn't realize it was that short because I felt like but that shows just how iconic she was because she had that role for such a very short time, and it's like people are like, oh, Eartha Kitt is Catwoman. That's it. It's Catwoman.
Right.
She owned that role. She owned it.
Yeah.
So, but if I'm gonna choose between Kendrick and SZA, because I know more Kendrick music, it's gonna be Kendrick. Ooh, Murder on the Orient Express with Scandal and Bohemia. Why are they making me choose Agatha Christie or Sir Arthur Conan Doyle?
I
Um,
love Murder
huh?
on. I haven't seen Scandal on Bohemia.
Well, it's the Sherlock Holmes story. Like a couple of weeks ago, I did this video on Irene Adler. She's like this character they always bring out, in relation to Sherlock Holmes. She only appeared in that one short story, Scandal in Bohemia. and she's like the only person to really trick Sherlock.
Okay.
And all so like everybody makes her into this criminal mastermind and da 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 and all this other things, and they make it so that Sherlock is in love with her, and that's just not the case. Not the case. At the end of the video, I compared her to Cassie Ventura. She's basically Cassie Ventura.
Okay.
She was a woman. She was even a singer. She was an opera singer, and she was trying to basically, protect herself from like her Diddy was a king. He was the king of Bohemia.
Mm.
And so she had some, she had like some stuff on him, and she was like, I'm gonna hold on to this to keep him from messing with me. So yeah. But uh I love Sherlock, but I also love Hercule Poirot. I'm gonna have to go with Murder on the Orient Express. But also, it's a whole book, whereas Scandal in Bohemia is a very short story.
Mm.
Like if we were doing Murder on the Orient Express or The Hounds of the Baskervilles, I would choose The Hounds of the Baskervilles.
Something else.
Because,
Know nothing
huh?
about. I don't know anything about that one.
Do you know? Okay, remember Mrs. Sterling?
Yes.
She had us read that in eighth grade.
Really?
Yes. Now, okay, the book was written and set during the Victorian England, so it probably didn't seem like it would be like, oh, a bad book to read. But there were like dogs ripping people's throats out in the book. And I'm like, this is kind of gory for the eighth grade. Are you sure we should be reading this? So, but yeah, that was the first time I ever read Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Was when Miss Sterling made us read it.
I've never read any. I've watched, shows and stuff. I've never read any books. I read. I was a. I have a huge book of Edgar Allan Poe. That's what I was reading.
Ah, Edgar Allan Poe. My mom actually bought me these children's classics that has some Edgar Allan Poe. So it basically watered it down. So I was like reading The Fall of the House of Usher, probably The Telltale. It was like at least four Edgar Allan Poe tales.
Oh,
And we actually ended up reading a tale of the House of Usher, The Fall of the House of Usher in sophomore year. So I was like, oh, I'm so glad I had this illustrated children's classics first. Because I knew this, because I was like, I don't know if I would have understood this story. I probably would have, but I would have had to pay more attention. And I didn't realize that I had to pay that much attention with an American writer.
right.
I was like, this is but he was a poet, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it was very poetic. It was very poetic. And I was like, okay, there's a lot of symbolism in
Oh,
his writing.
definitely. And some of it reminds me of like Macbeth, like the Telltale Heart, where he's hearing
Mm,
heart.
yeah. Yeah, I have a Macbeth was junior year. And here's the hilarious thing about Macbeth. So like, I'm the third kid. So my mom thought she knew what to expect with me. So junior year, for Christmas, she bought me Hamlet because Monica read Hamlet. Monica went to our high school too. So Monica read Hamlet in junior year. So she was like, okay, you got the same class. I'm gonna get you Hamlet. And they had like annotations and stuff. And I read that stuff over because I got it for Christmas. So I read it over Christmas break, came back to class ready, and we was reading Macbeth. I went home, I was like, Mom, we're reading Macbeth. She was like,
Read.
it's like she thought she had me set. so
Yeah.
so I read an extra Shakespeare play without needing to. But I liked Hamlet. So, which is why I was able to read it over Christmas break.
I did.
But
I did Shakespeare with Mr. O'Kelly. Was he there?
yeah, but I never had a class with Mr.
Oh,
O'Kelly.
yeah, that's when I did all the Shakespeare.
Nick, my class, I can't remember. I had two teachers in junior year, and the first teacher was, I think her name was Miss, I think it was Miss Conway. I can't remember, but she was blonde. And then the second half of the year, I don't know if she must have retired, because the second half of the year we had Mr. Radosalovich, or Mr. R as he had us call him. And so he came in and he was friends with Mr. Smith. Him and Mr. Smith was like tight.
Mhm.
And I think Mr. R also taught math classes, which is why they were such good friends, because they were both math teachers. But I was like, so you teaching math and English? That seems like that seems like, you know,
Completely different ends of the spectrum.
very different ends of the spectrum. Very different ends of the spectrum. But he came in, he's like, yeah, you can call me Mr. R. And da 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 da. And I asked my sister, I was like, do you tell your students they can call you Miss L? She was like, no, I tell them they need to pronounce my whole name and they need to pronounce it correctly.
I'm still fighting over your name with the people that
With Nelly
oh yeah.
Monroe.
I, yes, I said I basically was raised with them. So I know how to I know how to pronounce Lavallee.
Yes.
Like people that say Illinois, like that just irritates me.
I don't understand how our last name is so hard when people say Illinois every day, in
Right.
and out. S is silent. But somebody asks, who do best detective from DC, Batman or Detective Chimp? Even though I am a DC girl, never heard of Detective Chimp. Who is Detective
Oh,
Chimp?
that was just me.
No, I mean, I know Batman is supposed to be the greatest detective ever. So, but I've never seen, so I can't say because I don't know who Detective Chimp is. I haven't seen his detecting skills.
I was about to say I asked DJ, but he's more anime than he is comic.
But but they have a lot of, well, I mean, the thing about DC, they have been rocking animation. Like animation is their
Really?
best. Like, I mean, of course, probably, their base is comics, but animation, they rock. They rock and roll with anime. Like, so if you were to watch a lot of their animated shows, animated movies, they're awesome.
Mm.
They're awesome. I would suggest that DJ watch. I would suggest DJ watch Justice League Unlimited. That's a good show.
Okay. What is
And Young Justice.
what's that on? Streaming on?
It should be on HBO Max. It should be there. Who knows if the
On
devil left it
HBO
there?
Max.
You said what?
I said on our HBO Max.
On our HBO Max, yes. But we don't know if the devil's watching.
Oh,
But if the devil left it there, it should be there. Detective Chimp is a Sherlock Holmes character style. He
oh,
appeared in Brave and the Bold, but he has some fun comics. See, that's one I haven't watched. I haven't watched Brave and the Bold, Batman Brave and the Bold. So now I have to watch Batman Brave and the Bold. I still have to watch Creature Commandos. People have been talking about that was good. So I have to watch that. I am behind on everything. I have to watch that. I have to watch Daredevil. I have to get on to Andor.
see, I never got that deep into those shows. Now that I have a kid, it's starting to open up all these different things. Now he will watch anime. Let me show you, like what's that? Demon Slayer, stuff like that.
Oh,
And what's the one with Monkey D. Luffy with the pirate? One Piece.
oh, One Piece.
He
Yes,
like,
I've heard people say One Piece is good.
but he won't get too far into One Piece because he's like it's like a million episodes, and it's just like it's a lifelong commitment.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's stopping me from starting One Piece.
Like, oh my.
That's what's stopping me from starting One Piece. But yeah, yeah, anime. Like, I mean, I I don't have children. I don't have the excuse. I just watch this stuff. Oh, what is this? You okay? So that's something I have to watch. Okay, so if
Oh,
you
you
guys
will have
show it again, huh?
you will have a lot to say about that.
Okay, show it again. Show the U cup. So if you guys are fans of
All
why,
right. Oh,
okay.
so this is last season's you when he was a
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
okay.
I am gonna watch it. I
Okay.
am gonna watch. I'm
So this
just
is from
horrible.
season 4 you. He changes each season.
Oh, wow.
So this is
Okay.
season 4.
So yeah, so if you want that cup, link in the description. Impressive Collections. She makes all sorts of stuff. Um, like I know you did the horror stuff for like Christmas and Valentine's. Like, do you do it for each holiday?
I just started getting into the holiday ones. When I see something, I'll snag it. But just like this one is not. It's just I like bad boys. This is year round here. This is year round.
That's year round. Yes.
Hopefully, it's not. I don't do a lot of the holiday theme. I just so happened to see some good ones this past Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, it was like that was right up your I saw something. Somebody had, oh my goodness. Somebody had said something and showed something, and I'm like, oh, it was a commercial for Tinder. And it was like, oh, what is it, misjudging, your boyfriend's tolerance for horror movies. And they're in a horror movie and he's jumping, and like they leave out the movie and everything's just making him jump. And I was like, yeah, that's Michelle and her future boyfriend.
True story. Look, DJ is the only one in the family that didn't. He wasn't about that horror life. Now he's getting into it. Like,
Really?
yes, he was not at all. But he's into like puppy time. What was it? Poppy time, Playhouse. All these games that are kind of horror
The
based.
horror games like Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like
Oh
that.
my gosh, he is crazy. When that came out, sweetheart, I have a let's see. I have my projector up there, so I put
Hmm.
the TV on the floor and watch stuff. I had the little kids over. When you would have thought it would have been like Freddy Krueger for me. They did that
I
whole movie. Like they had like taglines. We always come back. Oh my! I'm
Oh my god.
like,
Oh my god.
I
I've
can't.
never sat through an entire Freddy Krueger movie.
Oh really?
No, I can't. I can't stand to look at him. I can't look at him. I did we watch Jason? I felt like we watched Jason.
Probably. I don't even remember.
But I remember because I remember seeing Jason's part 1 and 2, and I felt like, yes, we saw Jason because at the end of the movie, Jason comes out of the water, and I remember Tiffany talking about him. But I was at another sleepover with some women from church. We were all grown at this point, so didn't have to ask permission. But we watched Jason too in that one. As a matter of fact, Ingrid was pregnant with probably Yvonne, which was crazy. But yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I'm not gonna talk about how old Yvonne is now. She's a grown ass woman. But, yeah. Oh my goodness.
You know, Robert Englund is coming back for the new Freddy movie.
Okay, there's a new Freddy.
They're bringing him back, and Robert Englund is going to play him as well. Which is, I mean, it's fitting because you can't tell how old Freddy is anyway with all
Because
this.
of the makeup. But didn't they try to make the dude who played Rorschach Freddy? Didn't Rorschach play Freddy?
I don't remember. The last one. I do have that DVD. I don't remember. I don't know the actor that played the last one. When they brought the new Nightmare. Uh,
Okay. Okay. I
it's
think okay, I think it was you remember that movie what was that? The movie they made a show out of with Regina King.
the one where the guy was blue.
Yes, with Blue Man Swinging. What do they call it? What do they call it?
Good. But
Something Men.
huh?
It's Something Men, right?
Yes, and it was so good. Oh, it was so good.
The show, not the movie.
Yes, the show. I've never saw the movie. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think the person I went with fell asleep. Why can't I remember the name of the? Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna put in Regina King because I can't remember his name. I can't remember the movie's name. So I'm gonna have to just go to Regina King
So that's what I do.
and then look up Watchmen.
Yeah,
Bam. Okay. So let's look up Watchmen.
yeah. I never saw the movie.
Jackie Earl Haley. Bam. That's the name of Rorschach. And I think he did Freddy. So let me click on Jackie Earl Haley. Oh, I hate this. That how you gonna go to freaking Amazon? I was obviously clicking on somebody's face. Now I can't find where I was. Are you serious? I hate that.
Okay, as Freddy Krueger.
Okay, so again, let me go down here. Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah,
Da-da-da.
that's what I have with him in it. That's
Yes, he
okay.
was Freddy Krueger in 2010. So this was like right after Watchmen. So Watchmen was hot, and he was very popular because of it. But I haven't really heard of him since.
I was that movie because they went into depth about the background, and I did not like it. Because all these years, I thought he was falsely accused. In this movie, they revealed that he really wasn't. I have been supporting
So you were like, I supported Freddie, and
all.
you were guilty.
I was Team Freddy. Like, get them, get them. How dare they?
Like, oh my god, that's like that meme with Mindy Kaling. I have questions. Number one, how dare you? How dare you? Oh my goodness. Oh, that is
I,
hilarious. I didn't know you were Team Freddie.
I was girl. I have the doll. I have it. They don't even make it anymore. The company it is over 20 some years. I got it when I was working at Virgin Megastore. A friend of mine bought it for me, and
Mm.
it's worth a lot. On I'm not selling it though. Times make it hard, but I could
What did I tell you? Don't make permanent decisions over temporary problems.
because I would have been upset because it is no longer available.
Right. Right. But I've had those moments, but like, I think I heard a pastor say that, and I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. This is temporary, and
Right.
I am not to make a permanent decision over a temporary problem.
Yeah.
So no, we're gonna keep that. Um See these chats topped by Kendrick and SZA. Were y'all talking about Kendrick and SZA when I wasn't there? Yes. Yes. Somebody was doing a would you rather, and they asked, would you rather Kendrick Lamar or SZA? And I was like, the only thing I know about SZA is Kill Bill, uh, a song about killing her ex and his new girlfriend. And the thing about it is when you hear the song, it's very, it doesn't sound like a homicidal song. It almost sounds like a children's
Yeah. I feel like I've heard it before, but I can't. I think
yeah, it sounds like, like little children, la 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 la. But she's singing about killing her ex. So I was like, we're gonna go with Kendrick because I know more of his music. So I would rather that. Use this post as an excuse to gush about your favorite and positive stuff about Sherlock Holmes actors. Jeremy Brett, Benedict, RDJ, and Johnny. And use this one to talk about your favorite films. Uh okay. So okay, out of Johnny Lee Miller, right? The British actor. He was once married to Angelina Jolie.
got it. See, that's so crazy that that's the only way I know people.
I figured I was like, I think you know him. Okay, so he plays Sherlock Holmes in Elementary.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Oh,
but huh?
I loved him in that.
Yes, I loved Elementary. I hated what they did to Irene Adler in that because they made Irene Adler Moriarty, which
Oh,
basically they combined two characters because they Moriarty is like the guy who eventually kills Sherlock Holmes.
mm,
And so they made him a her, and they like, they had her, she was Irene Adler. She was like, kind of like the love of his life. So it was like, okay, you made her the love of his life, and also his greatest enemy.
Yeah. She played the heck out the role.
She's from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
You would see her. You would see her starting season 2 if you could get past episode 1.
I know, right? I
You were like,
do.
oh, I don't know how far I got. I just remember some kid falling off a tower. I'm like, half of that's the first episode.
As as long it took me to watch that with a kid in the house, oh, wow, wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of sex and nudity in Game of Thrones. And some of it is between siblings.
Lord.
But but what's crazy about Game of Thrones is really good about making you comfortable with incest, which is not a good thing.
I hear a lot about people about that.
Because people, they at the end, by the end of the show, you're shipping an uncle and no, an aunt and her nephew, and then you get to House of the Dragons, which is like, a prequel to Game of Thrones.
I
And it's
know.
a niece and her uncle, and everybody loved them. And I'm like, but that's the Targaryen family. They're this famous family who married brother to sister, da 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 da, to keep their Valerian blood pure and blah blah blah. So, huh?
I said, not quite pure.
No, because by the time you get to Game of Thrones, they've been doing this for 300 years. And they have, the last Targaryen king was mad. He was crazy. He was crazy. And he like burned some people alive. And he was about to burn the whole town down, the whole city down. So, like, this is all events that happened before the start of the show.
Okay.
So it's like basically by the time the show starts, it had been, I don't know. See, it's hard to say because they aged up the characters. I think in the books it was like 16 years since he
Okay.
was displaced. But yeah, no, I'm trying to remember. No, it wasn't 16 years. I think they made it 16 years in the show because it was so the character we follow, Daenerys Targaryen. She's a Targaryen. She's like the mother of dragons or whatnot. I think in the book she was like 13. She might have been 11. But no, 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 no. She was 13. But they aged her up because England has strict guidelines to stuff that happens to children. Even if the person playing them ain't really a child, like you can't have a child have sex. And Daenerys is married off in the book, and so of course, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, she's, as they say, graped by her husband. But she would have been 13, so that I think they raised her age up to like at least 17,
Okay.
16, 17, maybe older than that. So she was very young. And so like she was a baby when all of the when her it was her father who was displaced. So she was like a she was I think she was she wasn't she wasn't even born yet. They had to her mother was on the run while she was pregnant with her. So she might have been born like in the midst of fleeing King's Landing. So
It's a lot.
it is
Woo.
a lot. Okay, each book is over 1,000 pages.
Jeez.
And each book also has multiple POV characters. So basically, you can't look and be like, oh, there's 50 something chapters, because he doesn't number the chapters. It's just it goes by, each chapter is just named after whose POV you're watching it from. So it goes like, John, Daenerys, Catelyn, Arya, like whoever's the POV character. And then I am still trying to fit, because there's only 5 books published and there's supposed to be 7. We're still waiting on those last 2. The show is over and we still waiting on those last 2. The last book was published in 2011.
Oh, I have time. I can catch up.
I'm
I
still,
can catch up.
I'm still reading it. And then the last two books, books 4 and 5, take place within the same year. But the thing is, because he had so many POV characters, so it's like, this book has just these characters and this book has just these characters, but it's all the same time period.
Okay. See, I'm definitely gonna get back into it because I love me some Peter Dinklage. I may have a little bit of a crush, no pun intended, but a crush.
Peter Dinklage he's one of, like, the when it comes to popular characters, is his character. Daenerys, Jon Snow, Arya, these are popular. I feel like sadistic people like Cersei. Like, if you like people out there, if you like Cersei, I'm sorry. Who likes this woman? But people do like her. She was okay. Here's who she was. Fox did a Terminator TV show, and she played John what's his face's mama in the Terminator TV show.
Okay.
What's his name? John. Why can't I remember his name from Terminator? It's like the whole show, the whole movie hinges on his man's name. Uh, you gotta save him. Come with me if you want to live. John Connor. John Connor. So she plays Sarah Connor in the
Oh,
TV show.
okay, yeah, I know her.
Yeah, she's Cersei. Let me tell you something. She is really good at playing an evil bitch.
I've seen her in something else.
Hmm?
I've seen her play evil in something else.
Well, she wasn't evil, but I think she was also in 300. I think she was the wife in 300. I think so. I'm pretty sure. It's hard. She's brunette in one movie. But yeah, it was
Lena,
her.
is that her name?
Lena Headey or Headey, because she is British. It's probably Lena Headey. Yes, Queen Gorgo. What is that name? But yeah, that's her.
Oh, she was in The Purge.
Oh, I haven't seen any of the purges.
Not my favorite.
Oh, see, somebody said Lena Headey. She also did 300, yes, and voiced Mystique in an episode of Superhero Squad. What? What? I did not know that.
I forgot I was watching something and DJ was like, that's so and so from the cartoon. Like all he heard was her voice. It was an older lady. Who was that? I can't remember. But
Got that musical
yeah,
ear.
I, no matter what I'm watching, he'll just come out. Oh, that she plays such and such. I'm like, just from the voice.
You can
Oh,
recognize people's voice.
that's what
Huh?
I was watching. What's that show with White? What's the Golden Girl lady? The other show that she has.
Betty White. She was something in Detroit. Hot in
Cleveland.
Detroit. Huh? Hot
Hot.
in Cleveland.
So it was the one of the ladies in Hot in Cleveland. She also played in that show. I think Sin City. Is it Sin City? I don't know.
Oh, not Sin City. You're talking about
Not Sin.
okay, so the other two people is Valerie Bertinelli and the other chick who was on uh that show about the magazine.
Yes, yes.
The show about the magazine.
So we are
Uh
short ages.
huh?
So we are short our ages.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is hilarious.
Played in that one show.
We put in Hot in Cleveland. Yeah, so bad. Oh, Jane Leeves was in Frasier.
Yes.
Wendy Malick was in the show about the magazine. I think she
So
played it.
it was Wendy Malick. Her voice. He was like, she plays on this cartoon, and I had to
Oh.
like, you are absolutely right.
Yes, Wendy Malick. Yes, it's not showing the name of the show. I'm not gonna look it up. But yeah, Wendy Malick. I go. Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna tell you. It was an HBO show she was on. That was the first thing I ever seen her on. But yeah, but sometimes
That
like you do that, like like it's like okay, uh, what's his name? Uh, Joe Mantegna.
mm,
It's like after you watch him on Criminal Minds, it's like you go from watching him on Criminal Minds and then you go to The Simpsons and Fat Tony is on there and you're like, oh my god. Now I can't stop hearing it. Even when you go back to Criminal Minds, you're like, all I hear is Fat Tony.
yeah,
It's like, you're like once it gets in your head, it gets stuck.
yeah.
It gets stuck. Um,
It's called the Owl House. That's the cartoon that he knew her voice from.
okay, the Owl House. Okay. Okay. Do 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 do.
And
Yes.
speaking of eyes, Spencer, he does Simon on the Chipmunks.
Oh, the new Chipmunks.
The new Chipmunks, yeah.
Yes, that's hilarious. Um, I haven't watched any of the new Chipmunks. Um, I am so upset. Who was your favorite villain from 2000s Marvel? Goblin, Doc Ock, or Magneto?
Ooh,
Oh,
I
well, I mean,
will
oh,
get
thank you. Ingrid gave me a super chat. I got my first super
Woo!
chat, Yay! I can't show it on the. See, that's another thing. If I was on StreamYard, I'd be able to show it. I don't think there's a way to show it here. Well, whatever. I got a super chat. But what was it? It was oh now I can't see. Okay. I have to say I can't see. So Goblin, Doc Ock, or Magneto. That's hard. Two of them are Spider-Man, one of them's X-Men. Um Magneto. Magneto for me is like when you look at the X-Men and you see Professor X and Magneto. I'm sorry, but they're like Malcolm X. They are Martin Luther King and Malcolm X to me. And Magneto is just all Malcolm X. So I'm like, Magneto, he goes overboard, but I see his point of view. I understand where he's coming from. He's like, why? Why should we, bow down to people who are beneath us? I'm like, yes, Magneto, yes.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, wait, is that the baby?
The grown man that's got my yes.
Did you tell him you were going to be on
I did.
YouTube?
He's like, "Oh, are you gonna be live?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know, you
Oh,
see?
Lord. Don't let it what? Uh, she. See, this is what it's like texting with her.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie. How are you? Aw. But yeah, this is how it's like texting with her. Getting a complete thought is an accomplishment. Oh my goodness. But okay. So uh so yeah. So yeah, Magneto. And then when they went to the first class and Magneto was played by Michael Fassbender, then I was like, okay, now I'm in love with Magneto. Cause they had it where like when he went to South America and found those people who had him up in the concentration camps and tracked them down. And he was like, he was using his powers to hold a knife to them. And then they started playing his music. I was like, oh my God, this is great.
All I put in Michael. I swear my computer is listening to me, and as soon Fastbender just popped right.
Bender. Yes. It pops up. Because even your computer knows that we love Magneto. But I did a video of my character crushes, and he was definitely one of them. Because in Days of Future Past, he pimp walks into the I'm about to go the Pentagon to get his gear back, and he's just walking. he has like some metal balls, and he was, making it go with his power. And he has a hat on too. I'm like, "Dude, he pimp walked into the Pentagon." And I'm like, see, that's major swag right there. That's
Yeah.
major swag. I bet that's complete. He responded. When she calls me a smart ass, I bet that's complete. They behave like bitter exes. Charles and Eric, Magneto and Mystique had this sassy queen sisterhood. They were sassy queens. Oh my goodness. Yes, Charles and Eric did act like bitter exes. Cause so especially once you see them in, first class, you do see like you really feel the brotherhood between them. So when they separate, you really feel the emotion of their separation. Like, no. But like I said, I feel like I'm more on the side of Magneto. I would be like, okay, we can't go around killing everybody.
Mhm.
But I just feel like if I'm gonna choose sides between Magneto and Professor X, I'm choosing Magneto's because Professor X would have them all in subjugation just so people wouldn't think that they were,
Right.
bad. But it's like, no, be who you are. You're great. Be great. And they're
Yep.
just gonna have to deal with it. And just, I mean, don't kill people, but defend yourself.
Right.
So yeah. Magneto, hands down. Those are my favorites. That's I mean, as a matter of fact, I think I did do a favorite villains. This was years ago when I first started the channel. And it was Magneto, past and present. Um I did Regina from Once Upon a Time. So what it was like the most redeemable villains.
Okay.
It was Magneto, past and present. Regina. Oh, the elf from Hellboy 2.
Okay.
Have you
Oh,
seen Hellboy 2?
yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't remember.
Okay. Well, I remembered him because he was just like Magneto. I was like, I know you want to kill the whole human race, but I love you. He was awesome. He was awesome. Just like it was, his fighting skills, he was badass, but also he was right. He was right. So I did a video on him saying, like, yeah, he was right. He was right. His father and his sister were not.
Ooh, wait a minute. I thought I saw this. I don't remember this character.
I mean,
Hmm.
he look a little different. He's like a few thousand years old. But I was like, yeah, I like him. And then it was you have to watch it. You have to watch it to see that yes, he's right. Hellboy is the hero, but it's like in the movie, while Hellboy is saving people, they're rejecting him. And it's like, Hellboy, you need to be on the side of the elf. you know you oh they have a scene in Hellboy 2 that is almost parallel to the scene in Black Panther when what's his name, Killmonger,
Mhm.
goes to the museum and takes that Wakandan artifact back.
Right.
They go to a what do you call it, where you put the paddle in the air, auction. They go to an auction. They go to an auction, and they go to an auction, and there was like some artifact, some elf artifacts.
Mhm.
And so he rolls in like it don't belong to you. So he did a thing very much like Killmonger. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect.
Gotta rewatch that because that does not ring not a bell. I thought I saw both of them.
I definitely I saw both of them. But yeah, the only one I remember is part two because I love that elf. I was like, oh my gosh, don't kill me, I love you.
Speaking of Michael B. Jordan, 'cause, uh,
Let me guess, you've seen Sinners.
oh yes, have you?
No. It wasn't on my radar until I mean I had heard about it, but like desire to go see it was like nil. But everybody keeps talking about it. It's made $100 million. You know, Ryan Coogler is crying, is sending everybody, public letters like thank you for seeing my movie. So I'm like, okay,
Oh,
maybe I'll go see it.
I wanted to say something. What did you want to say? Uh, Have y'all ever seen?
Speak
Have
up.
you ever seen Sinners? The new. That's what we're talking about.
That's
Oh,
what we were just talking about, sweetie. No, I haven't seen it.
it's good. No, I forced her to watch scary movies when we were little, so she's more in the fantasy world. I'm in the horror world.
But I'm okay with vampires. I'm okay with vampires. Because Lost Boys.
Her book. Remember, I showed you the book over there. That's her book. Really? Yeah.
I wrote a whole book. I'm writing the second one. I'm editing the second one right now because I've written two and three. So we're editing two.
Mm,
And as soon as we get two out and ready, then we'll start editing three.
okay, cool beans. Go ahead, sit down. Find see if that one of those tops will fit. Pop to the pop. He walking around.
Hellboy needs a big hug. Killmonger was right to do that. Also, Namor is justified in some of his actions. Yeah, I feel like both Killmonger and Namor was kind of justified. And the only the only thing I don't like about what Namor did is he put Wakanda in the middle. But other than that, yeah, I felt like both the Black Panther villains, they were like, oh, they have reasons. What's this? Did you know Mystique is Sherlock Holmes in the comics? Somebody told me that. Somebody told me that. Somebody told me that there's an X-Men comics that does Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yes, girl. And vampire stuff too. When I was at the comic book with the place with DJ, and that's
Mm-hmm.
the one with Harriet Tubman fighting crimes or something,
Oh
fighting vampires.
Lord.
Like they have so many different comics where they mix genres and characters and stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Wow. Wow. Free comic book day is coming up.
Pretty-
That it's always the first it's always the first Saturday in May.
okay.
So you find your closest local comic book store and you go in there and they're going to have like a wall of free comic books to choose.
Oh, we have one close by that he goes to often, so they know him.
So yeah, go in first Saturday in May, go in there, get you a bag of comics for free.
Okay, cool. He'll love that.
Yeah, last year free comic books day and Star Wars day was the same day.
Hmm.
So it was when I went out and I was walking to the comic book store, there is this big old gothic church near me. And they always play these bell programs. And that day when I walked out, they were playing the Star Wars themes on the bells of the church. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So
Look, my pastor, my bishop, he is a Trekkie. He is a hardcore Trekkie.
ah,
Well, I haven't gotten into either one of them. DJ, a little, only because his dad likes Star Wars. He'll watch stuff like that with him.
okay. I'm more Star Wars than Star Trek because I've watched Star Wars TV shows
Mm,
and movies. The only thing I really haven't done in the Star Wars universe is all of the animated stuff. And people love like Clone Wars is like top tier according to people, and I have not watched that. But Star Trek, I've really only watched the original series, a couple of episodes of the Next Generation, and the reboot.
okay, I've seen a couple of the movies, the more recent movies, but it's never been.
Right. I saw the Wrath of Khan too. The Wrath of Khan is a movie from the original, like the original series people were in, and Wrath of Khan, like they had Star Wars and movies, Wrath of Khan was their part two, and then Search for Spock was their part three. And what was crazy is I watched it because it was on cable, and I realized because I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait for the third one. By the time it was on cable, the third one was already out. I don't know why they didn't immediately show the third one to me, like, because like I'm like, what happens to Spock? I was, I was left hanging. I was left hanging for like, I still haven't seen the Search for Spock, so I'm still left hanging.
When it comes to Star Wars, the last one I saw was the one with Donald Glover. I only went to see it to see Donald Glover. Then I fell asleep on everything else.
Girl, that movie was horrible.
It was.
That movie was horrible. And then they had the nerve to make Han Solo's the origin of his name. They're like, who else is it? It's just me. Oh, you're Solo? So his last name is now Han Solo? I was like, ooh, why? 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 Oh my God. And the girl he was trying to, get with, she's Daenerys Targaryen.
Okay. See.
I think her name was Kira, but with a Q.
I,
So
whoever I end up with is going. I bet they're going to either be into anime or Star Wars, and we're going to have to do some negotiating. Like, okay, I'll take one Star Wars words for a Freddy Krueger, or you have to fight like
what?
Freddy.
uh, what was I saying? Oh, anime. Okay, so people in my comments were like, they were giving me tons of recommendations because, like, once I did like 2 Sherlock videos, so they was like, "Oh, you got to watch this, or you got to read this, and this." So they was like, "You have to watch Moriarty the Patriot," which I started watching today. It's an anime, but and it's crazy, but but I don't know if I've ever seen an anime that wasn't.
Okay, I've seen that cover before.
Yeah, so it's Moriarty the Patriot. And it's like, okay. I'm like, but the thing is, because I'm watching it on Crunchyroll, A, they was like, oh, there's 2 seasons. Crunchyroll only has 1 season. Two, Crunchyroll only allows you to watch 3 dubbed episodes, and then they're like, you gotta pay for dub. I'm like,
Yeah, I did like a free trial to try to see if they had more stuff on there, and yeah, it was.
I
It
was like,
happened.
no. I was like, I don't watch Crunchyroll enough. Probably if I had access to it, because like I'm constantly multitasking. So it's hard for me to sit down and watch Crunchyroll. So probably if I had the option of dub, I probably would watch more anime on there. But I won't pay for it.
DJ does not. He watched the straight up Japanese reading. We went to the theater. I've seen two in the theater. The uh, the Demon Slayer, and then there was another one that was really good. It was the DJ. What's the name of that anime we went to see? The Spy something. Spy Family something. Is Spy Family X. DJ. You don't hear me. Listen. Okay.
DJ,
It was,
DJ.
it was
Are
really good.
you a fan of Interview with Oh, Interview with the Vampire?
Oh,
I haven't read the book. I have watched the show with Tom Cruise. I mean, I have watched the movie with Tom Cruise. I have not watched the show. The show is popular right now, but I think it's on AMC Plus, which I ain't got. So I haven't seen the show. I have read another Anne Rice novel that the Mayfair Witches was based off of, and that was another 1,000-page book. Um, I it took me 2 weeks to read it, and I was reading it every day for 16 hours a day. And it was only 16 hours because that book was creepy. So I didn't read it after the sun went down. So I was reading it from sun up to sundown. And then I finally got to the end of this 1,000-page book, 16-hour days for 14 days, Michelle.
you were.
And and the ending pissed me off so much that if it wasn't a library book, I would have thrown it against the wall. I was so upset. I was so upset. You telling me you had me read 1,000 pages of these people trying to stop this thing from happening, and it happens. You could have done this in 400 pages. Why did I need to read 1,000 pages of them failing? So yeah, I haven't read another Anne Rice book since.
I,
And I'm not watching the Mayfair Witches because this is like the book that introduces the Mayfair Witches, and then I think she has like a series of books after that. And I definitely wasn't reading those other books after that. And I was like, I don't want to watch this show. I want to watch this show. It may not be, it can't possibly be based off of that first book, but I'm like, that first book pissed me off enough that I'm not watching the Mayfair Witch. I don't like them hoes.
I haven't gotten into that yet. I just started the new the AMC version of the vampire, but I haven't.
Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, my niece loves it, but I haven't really gotten into it. I kept
Mm.
clips like, "What the hell is this? Like, why are they doing that? Why do they have to be gay? Why do they have to do this? Like, they change."
I think they're gay in the book.
Oh, see, I never read the book.
Um, um, well, here's the thing. I haven't read the book, but when you watch the movie, it's like,
It's
they
it's
make such a big thing about them having to be companions. And then you have the what's his name? Antonio Banderas' character was like his old companion. I was like, this feels like some exes. He felt like an ex. So I was like,
well,
no, this does feel gay to me. This feels very, very gay.
there's no hinting in this new one. It's just flat out. We get down.
Right. But I think that's the time period.
Mhm.
So back then they was like, because
Every would.
they talk about the Color Purple. Although I read the Color Purple book, I do not remember any explicit gay stuff in the Color Purple book. But I was also very young, so it probably went over my head. Like my mom bought me that book, but she probably bought it because she no, she hadn't seen the movie. But mama didn't watch movies or TV shows. But probably because, she knew the movie, da da da. We had seen the movie. So she was like, "Oh, hey, here's a book for Christy." And the entire I don't know if it's the entire book, but a lot, like, the book is I don't know if the entire a lot of the book is her writing letters. In the beginning, she's writing letters to God. Dear God, da 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 da. And she tells her whole day and everything that happened. Then at one point, after Shug finds the letters from her children, then she starts writing her children. Now she doesn't send them to her children, but it's like she goes from writing God to writing her children.
Yeah.
So that's she changed the what's his face. But like that's another thing. In the book, they never say Mister's name. They have Mister and then a line behind it. So I'm like, are we not supposed to know his name? Is it a secret?
One shall not be
Huh?
the one who shall not be spoken of.
Yes. He who shall not be named.
We
Um,
talk about Mister. No, no, no.
what is that from?
Oh my God, we don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, I've never watched that movie.
Oh, okay.
I think the last like new Disney movie I watched was Moana, and I haven't seen Moana 2.
A DJ like I haven't seen it yet. The soundtrack mm, wasn't that great to me, and it
Moana 2?
yeah. Did
Mm.
Olivia love the soundtrack? That's what really inspired me to watch the movie. The soundtracks. Just I saw the Mufasa movie because the soundtrack was so good. And I love uh,
Oh, the one with Aaron Pierre?
yeah.
Mm. I got tired of seeing that video. That's Mufasa.
They ruined it.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
It
okay.
just died down.
Huh? That just like, oh my God. But it was I was like, see, he liked that because the moment it dies down, he's releasing pictures of him and Tiana Taylor. I'm like, you want the attention. You want the attention. Why you gotta release pictures of you and Tiana Taylor right when all this stuff dies down?
Yeah.
You wanted to get back up and people to be going, that's Mufasa. He liked that.
I don't mind it,
You don't mind it. He got on my nerves.
even though I
And
can't watching Rebel Ridge or whatever the name of that.
I still haven't seen that.
It was just ticking me off. Every time I turn on, it ticks me off. I'm like, I mean, he's fine, but I don't know if I want to watch the whole movie.
Mm, mm. Well, see the last guy I liked from Netflix was Reggae Sean Page. So
Oh,
I can
yeah.
watch Bridgerton season
Yeah.
one,
Oh,
back to back.
I started watching that court show with him, and just because he was in it, was it For the People or something like that? He's in a
Oh, that was before Bridgerton, wasn't it?
probably, after I saw him on Bridgerton, I started googling cyber stalking and so like, what else is he in?
I watched
He looks real.
Netflix did another show with him, a movie with him, The Gray Man, and it was like it stars Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I heard that was good.
It's good. It's good, but Reggae plays the villain. I hate that. I hate when the guys that like play villains. It's like, ugh, now you want me to root against you? That's unfair.
See, that just says so much about me because that makes it more enticing. Like, ooh, body.
Wow. Wow. Michelle doesn't like bad boys. She likes serial killers.
Look, that's why me and Joe, we go way back.
Girl,
You.
girl, girl. So, yeah. When it comes to like I said, I think I like the villains who can be redeemed. So I like the redeemable villains. I can't think of any other villain that I just was like, oh my god, yes, you.
Like,
Um,
I understood Killmonger. I was like, DJ hates when I say that. Like, he's just, I understand where that whole came from. Like, that his whole perspective. I understand.
I understand it, but but
He was
like
ruthless, though.
Magneto, he went overboard. He went overboard. It was like, yeah, you're doing too much. Like you were right, but now you're doing too much. Now you burning up all the heart plants.
Look, he must have been a Sagittarius. No,
I don't even I don't even know who Sagittariuses are.
all my damn exes.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Uh they are gayish in the books. It's not sexual but more romantic. It's a bond type. And then Anne Rice confirmed that they were a gay couple with a child. The book follows the book a little closer, except for the time period. I did cry at the end of the second season, and it's true to the grief Anne Rice felt when she lost her daughter. Oh, oh,
See, now I'm gonna be
TV
crying.
show, huh?
Now I'm gonna be crying when I watch it.
Oh my god, I didn't know she lost a daughter. But you know what? When you think about it, Louis did lose it. Louis lost his wife and child in the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
he lost his voice. That's why he became a vampire. So yeah, yeah. Um, we are over time. We were only supposed to be on for 30 minutes. Girl, what did we show? We showed this shirt. We showed we showed a couple of cups. Wait, I can't you going out. What's going on?
Every time I get a phone call, it just
Ah, people don't
this is
understand
my
we're
new
loud.
project.
This is what?
My new project. I'm almost done with it. It
What
is
is it?
a tumbler. You drink out of it.
Get out.
Yes.
That is
A red bottom
awesome.
tumbler. It's gonna be
A
fancy.
red bottom tumbler. So it's really gonna. What's that thing they say? Men drink when men drink champagne out of you. It's really gonna look like somebody drinking champagne out of they
Out of,
woman's shoes.
yeah.
I never got why you would want to drink champagne out of somebody's
I
shoes.
wouldn't look. I wouldn't even do that. As much as I love Miss Mike B. Jordan, boy, go somewhere with that. I ain't drinking no bath water, no shoes, no. Mm-mm.
No, 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 no. But okay. I gotta let you go back and be a mom and all that.
Until next time, it's 8:11 here.
Oh, yeah, 7-Eleven here. 7-Eleven. But I will see you later.
All right.
Tell your dad I said hi.
I will. Thanks for having me on your show.
We gotta come back when we can do it on StreamYard so I can put up because the last little commercial I did for you is still on StreamYard, the Halloween one.
Okay.
So like we can put up videos and stuff.
Okay. Cool. I got a lot of new stuff to drop, so it'll be great.
Bam! Send me the photos.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, it's been nice being live with you and all of you in the chat. But we are going to say, oh, big hug, abraza fuerte. I hope I said that right because I don't know what I was saying.
Look, this is the only hugs that she gives out 'cause she don't do hugs now.
I don't like being touched, but I will give virtual hugs. Virtual hugs to everybody. By my sister and friend. Oh, I said it right. Yay. I said something. I had no idea what I was saying right. All right. So see you guys later. I'll
All right.
probably be going live again this Friday with
Oh,
the Nisi Poo. So,
all right. I'm gonna set my reminder.
all right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.